Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Chris. Unbias Review checking in. About to give you the breakdown of Young Kannon versus B Magic. This was definitely a dope battle. You know, I really wasn't looking forward to it that much, even though I thought it was a pretty good battle. But I had Young Kannon winning this going into the battle, and he didn't disappoint as usual. Like, he always brings what he brings. Niggas be sleeping on B Magic though. I'm gonna tell you that. Like, I'll get into that in a minute, but niggas do be sleeping on B Magic. As far as round one, Young Kannon goes first. I think that he had a pretty solid round, but not spectacular. That's kind of how I rate Young Kannon's round one. I definitely like the way he was mocking B Magic, rhyming like B Magic rhyme. Like, he had that shit to a T. That shit was perfect. Like Green Bay Packers, I throw bullets at your driver. Like, he had a pretty solid round one, especially he had a pretty good round one to go into to start the battle off. B Magic, you know, then they got obviously crazy bars as usual, but he really need to work on his stage presence, because if you look at Young Kannon, he's like way in your face. He's giving you that aggression, and he's like really up on you. He's in your face. He's able to sell it more because of his body language. B Magic is more cool. He's more laid back. And when you spit that gun talk and you a laid back nigga, it don't sell as far as I'm concerned. And that's his problem. Like, he's too laid back. His monotone is too low. He's not even really in a loud talker. And I mean, you ain't got to be Young Kannon loud, but I mean, sometimes you got to emphasize the shit you speaking. And he don't really do that. Dome shots like bullets, rage your cap like Eazy-E. That shit was a dope line. The Boys the Men flips was a nice. The Boys the Men Chicago references was nice. He say some shit that just go over your head. And sometimes you gotta realize too, it ain't always good to go over niggas' heads. Sometimes simpler is better. It ain't always good to be so complex. He said something like, I make your shawty face red like a Jeezy beat. Like, in order for you to understand that line or really feel it, you gotta know, one, you gotta fuck with Jeezy. Two, you gotta know Shawty Red is his producer. When he had all them big hits early in his career, they were produced by Shawty Red. And you know, you'll only know that if you fuck with Jeezy. If you don't fuck with Jeezy, you won't know who Shawty Red is, and you'll just think it's a line. So he kind of got bars like that, and that's a good and a bad thing. In one way, people think like, wow, he really say some shit. But in another way, it's like they don't catch that shit till they watch it on video, like the 8th time. So round one, I had Young Kannon winning that round. Going into round two to me was like the best round from both competitors. I thought that Young Kannon came out with that crazy aggression. Like, he had like one super lame bar though. That line you up and smack hands of Carmex or some shit. That shit was whack. Like, I don't know where he was going with that. When he was talking about how B Magic dissed Detroit, he was doing the whole 8 Mile B Rabbit flips. That shit was dope. Good way. Like, this is another problem B Magic had too. He didn't really reference anything with Detroit to kind of win the crowd over like Young Kannon did. Young Kannon did that shit in both rounds, which kind of sold it, because in round one he also was saying some things about Detroit, and in round two he carried it on with the 8 Mile flips. The whole stealing line shit was dope. Steal lines, you copy lines, you know, you like Xerox and copy paper, you copy lines. That shit was crazy. Really, really nice play on words. You clean airplanes like Cole Brown. Like, that shit that shit was kind of funny. From the Martin show, like, that shit was hot. So all in all, I thought Young Kannon had a great round two, to be honest with you. B Magic round two was definitely his best. The magazine flips that he had where he was going through the different magazines, that shit was real clever. I heard that before too with Conceited do it, but I think B Magic kind of went a little bit more with different magazines and more magazines. So it was I ain't gonna really like knock him from kind of stealing that whole thing. I thought that he still did it probably better than Conceited. Killer Mexican, NASA, dope. That's probably the best line of the entire round as far as I'm concerned. Like, that shit was clever, different, and niggas, you could tell niggas caught that shit so damn slow, but that shit was banging. Give you jock straps, or give you jock straps for acting like a nutcase. Like, he say some shit that's kind of clever. Like he kind of a witty thinker with his bars. But then again, he'll say some shit that's over your head. Like, he'll say, "I Young LA your face." Now, niggas might not know who Young LA is. He ain't a popular rapper, but he a rapper from Atlanta, so I know him. He had a hot song out with T.I. and everything. And see, with B Magic being a St. Louis nigga, they fuck with the South a lot. But then you battling in Detroit, which is kind of up north a little bit, even though it's Midwest, they may not know who Young LA is. So it's one of them lines that you say, but you kind of outthinking the crowd, in my opinion. Young LA obviously got a stupid ass tattoo on his face, so he say, "I'll Young LA your face." The nigga got like a duck or some shit on it, tattooed on his face. So you don't know who Young LA is. That's a dumb line, or it's a line that kind of people just like, okay. So sometimes B Magic like kind of like overthought his bars. I kind of thought like they were nice. I got them, but everybody ain't gonna get them, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Swing and even hit your kids like ashtray, like that line, like that's another line that like went over niggas' heads too. So like he had a lot of that. But I was great in this round though, honestly. This round kind of close, because when I first watched it, I said B Magic. Then I was like, oh, maybe Young Kannon. It's kind of like round 2 to me is kind of a tie. Kind of a tie to me. Round 3, I'm not going to even review that. Everybody know that's really no debate. Young Kannon won round 3. It's hard for me to really say he won his battle 3-0 though, because I just felt like Magic had bars. So I'd say it was 2-1. So that's pretty much how I had this battle. Even though whether it's 2-1, 3-0, whatever you have, it's definitely not a body bag. Like, niggas be saying body bag way too much. Like, a body bag, let me say this again for the slow niggas, is when, if you was to watch this battle again and you skip B Magic's part, then you would think it's a body bag. But you would never watch this battle and say, oh, I'm not going to watch B Magic's part again. So that's why I thought a body bag. A body bag is when you don't even really want to hear the loser's part no more. You just like, okay, when does Young Kannon start again? Or when does this dude start again? So, I mean, even if you win 3-0, it's not a body bag. Like, this was a pretty close battle. I mean, I feel like B Magic can learn from this. I heard he got busy against Rosenberg Raw, so hopefully, you know, he didn't step his game. He just needs stage presence. That's really all he needs. It's really why he lost his battle at the end of the day, because it ain't really like Young Kannon bars were really better. It's just stage presence. Stage presence and believability. B Magic just kind of don't have that believability, and he just raps to his monotone. He don't switch nothing up. He keeps the same flow. He's not animated, so he don't act out his bars like a Young Ill might. It's a lot of things that he's missing, but he definitely a nigga to be reckoned with, and you can't come into a battle light, because he'll fuck you up. He put out a blog saying he ain't losing no more battles, by the way, so I don't know. I mean, every nigga say that though, so that's what it is, man. I think Young Kannon said he hit me on Facebook and told me he had Sway 7 next at March 27th on the URL card, so that'd be a good battle. Sway 7 is a vet. He be trying to bully niggas. Not gonna really be the bully Young Kannon. Young Kannon probably outbar him. It'll probably be an interesting battle to see how that go. I don't know who B Magic got next. And I don't know why Smack waited so late to put this battle out. Like, this battle ain't even really all that for you to be holding on to it. Like it was Big T and Surf or something. Like, you just holding on to this battle for no reason. And, you know, at the end of the day, that's what it is. I'm definitely waiting on Tay-Rock and QP to drop now. That pretty much a wrap up Detroit. Shout out to the Facebook group, man. You know, I told you we got a Facebook group. It's pretty much a bunch of niggas that we just talk battle rap. Pretty much anything, man. Anything that's rap related, but mostly battle rap. We give ideas. We do polls on who you think your favorite rapper is. You know, we rate rappers. Like, this shit is just cool. So, I mean, if you want to join, subscribe, send me a Facebook request too. And I'll put you down, man. Definitely no biasness. Don't come in there with a bunch of dumb shit like, I hate New York, I hate Midwest, I hate all of the South. Like, don't say stupid shit. And don't be disrespecting niggas. Sometimes you argue with niggas and then you got the nerve to say, oh, that's gay, that's this. Like, don't call niggas out their name. Like, that ain't cool either. And we need some more ladies in the group, man. Real talk. I know it's chicks that watch battle rap. So, I mean, we definitely need you to be a part of the Facebook group. You know what I'm saying? We are encouraging that, sending out applications. And I mean, in all honesty, it ain't nothing sexier than a female that can tell me Big T's best line, then turn around and tell me where Derrick Rose went to college at. Like, nigga, ain't nothing sexier than that. I love sports. I love battle rap. I mean, a chick that can put all two of them together, she the shit to me. So, battle rap, Facebook battle rap group, man, Unbiased Review. We got the hottest group out. I would shout some niggas out, but it's so many names, man. I hate to leave people out, but I definitely got to shout out Percy, Red, Rodney Thoughts, Nola TV. Every nigga that pretty much do recaps, man, because I support everybody. I ain't no hater. You know, I got into this shit because I watched another nigga do a recap. I like what he had to do, and then I joined the shit. And I thought, well, I can do my own recaps, and that shit just blew up and took off. So I support everybody, man. I hope everybody have much success, because if y'all win, I win. Just like if I win, y'all win. Unbiased Review, man. Facebook battle group. Peace.